Hey everybody, Jess here, Key Tarot. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be a real quick general reading. I don't know what it will be about or who it will be for. Let's just say a blessing and we'll find out together, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. All righty. Let's start with this borderless tarot. Alrighty, the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I got the Four of Wands crossing that, the Nine of Swords. All right. Let's see in here. Okay, so in a nutshell, what I'm seeing here so far is that someone, it feels like someone encountered a divine counterpart of some sort. Yeah, of some sort. Divine counterpart meaning twin flame energy, like rather specific soulmate energy here. But they had to make a decision. It has something to do with this Queen of Wands versus Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords can be the energy of a divorced feminine energy or someone who's just pretty clear-sighted. It's like they can see everything. And I got a Queen of Pentacles under there too. I have the Death card, shoot. And the Three of Swords and the Hanged Man. Somebody here had to make a decision between, it looks like two females. So, two feminine energies, regardless of your gender. Okay. Possibly even three. Yeah. One of these feminine energies they shared a home with, they shared a life with, possibly even a family with. One of them was like very attractive and like very alluring. And the other one seems like they may be going through something right now. There's like three feminine energies here. Who is this person? King of Wands. This King of Wands is someone who's usually pretty good at getting whatever it is that they want. And they were trying to manifest a new beginning with, it looks like this Queen of Wands energy. But they were faced with a decision. And instead of just making a decision, they decided they would juggle more than one of these feminine energies at a time, possibly even three people at a time. It's not a good choice. And now they're kind of left out, definitely from this Queen of Wands energy. And it feels like these other two, this Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles energies, it seems like those are still present in their lives. These can be mother figures, they can be past partners, or even current partners, because this King of Wands was, while actively trying to change their lives, they were juggling more than one person at a time. Now, this is something, I've got this Death card here, which is Scorpionic energy, which is the time that we're in right now. And it feels like whoever this King of Wands energy is, they're headed for a major ending, possibly with all three of these feminine energies. It's almost like they waited too long to make the choices that felt authentic to them. And now it feels like they're at risk of losing all three of these people. It's because this masculine energy got confused. Yeah. And they might have been a bigger, better deal kind of person, which is sort of that, well, that's great, and I love that I have that, but is there something better behind that one? And it feels like they also were denying themselves. So some of them kind of got sucked back into a karmic situation. And that's what prompted this third party situation, because it feels like they'd already moved on from at least one of these feminine energies, and they were trying to head in a different direction, but they got sucked back in here because it took them too long to make a decision. Oh boy. They may have gotten caught gossiping about some of these feminine energies, particularly that Queen of Wands, because that one seems to be the one that has separated themselves from this masculine the most. They could have said things that they shouldn't have said. Their heads could have gotten a little bit big. They may have bragged about a situation or something. And now this masculine finds themselves quite blocked from this Queen of Wands energy. Oh, and now I've got the Queen of Cups out there too. Yikes. I don't know if this masculine is just in a bad spot right now, going through a lot. And this is not for every divine masculine. This is just for one specific portion of this collective. It's like this masculine now realizes what they've done. And yikes. Let me get another deck out here and clarify further. This person may have gotten a little big-headed. They may have gotten into their ego a little bit more. They really did believe that the relationship they were in was over. And that is when they started kind of redesigning what they wanted their future to look like. Yeah. And yep, there's the Emperor. Just taking the repeats out. They may have been leading with their sacral chakra instead of with their heart chakra. I don't think that's even it, though. I'm not even going to toss this masculine into that bag. They really did think that their relationship was over. They really did kind of make plans for another future with someone else here. But they got sucked back in here somehow, possibly because of money. This person takes a lot of anti-anxiety medications or sleep medications or something. They use some kind of like a prescription substance. Could be antidepressants. It's something that they use to get to sleep at night. And they were trying really hard to make a decision, but it feels like this masculine, this Emperor energy has become susceptible to all of this feminine energy here. And there's a denial of themselves here. There's somebody that, you know, they had made one decision, but they got sucked back in. Fair enough. And something's changing rapidly. They're about to start being honest. They realize that they waited too long, and now what they wanted is no longer available to them. They procrastinated taking action or having the conversations that they needed to have, and now they've got themselves into a bit of a pickle, or really just sucked back into the same place that they were. Some conflict here. And again, more juggling. Yeah. There's that Tower card. Things are about to fall apart in this masculine's life again. This is a repeating pattern. Tens are cycles of completion, but when they come out on their sides, they can represent repeating patterns. I've already got multiple repeat cards here, this Two of Pentacles being one of the pairs. Someone who feels like this need to juggle more than one person because they are, for one thing, unhappy, ultimately, and also they don't stand up for themselves. They don't stand up for what they want. There's a lack of confidence here, and that may be where this ego has kicked in for them. Someone's going to end up filing legal paperwork anyway. And ultimately, this works out exactly the way that it should. But in the meantime, this masculine has found themselves blocked from at least one of these feminines. Blocked energetically, blocked conversationally. This feminine, whoever this Queen of Wands energy is here, because they seem to be separate from all these other queens, they know all of the things. They know everything, whether they are, because the Queen of Wands is a little bit witchy, a little bit psychic, a little bit witchy. They've probably got a pretty, and they know a lot of people. I just saw 1111 on the counter. They know a lot of people, and people can't wait to tell this Queen of Wands everything they know about this situation, everything they've heard, because everybody loves a good gossip and dish session, right? Right. So this feminine energy up here, they're very well aware of what's happened here, what's been said about them, what's been said behind their backs, the gossip, any kind of slanderous information that's floating about out there in the ethers. And so they've just pretty much washed their hands of the entire situation. Now, this masculine's about to head into quite this tower moment, and they're going to realize that they should have taken action sooner, but they didn't. Something's about to change. And that's the thing about these divine counterpart energies. Yes, it's very much up to personal choice, and it's very much up to, like, how many layers of that ego you're willing to shed in order for these connections to come together into union. Which you have out here twice with that Four of Wands twice. And with that Wheel of Fortune and that Tower, that tells me that it's about to happen no matter what. It just, man, I tell ya, divine feminines and divine masculines, they really have to go through it in order to get to where they need to be. And this masculine is about to experience quite a fallout. Something's fallen apart here. They waited too long to take action. Now they are having to, now this is a more difficult situation than it was before. This masculine feels kind of immature. They feel a little bit chagrined. They feel like they don't really know what they're doing anymore. They may feel insecure, which we already mentioned, but just kind of inadequate or immature. Yeah. They had all these big plans, all of these kind of grandiose like ideas as to how they were going to, how their lives were going to look, how it was all going to go. And now that they waited too long, things have changed. Got the Nine of Swords again. This is what I was saying. This person may be taking prescription medications to deal with this anxiety. This is that feeling of mental imprisonment or, you know, tossing and turning, sleepless nights kind of vibes, you know. But I'll tell you, this situation is going to get better. It is. If you're this masculine and you maybe bit off a little more than you could chew, or maybe you just waited too long to do what you were supposed, like felt like moved to do. There is no supposed to, not supposed to, but like what you were authentically feeling pushed to do, you may have to go through this same cycle again, or you may just have to pick up some extra pieces. Life's all about choices, isn't it? Well, I have the Sun card out here. That's Leo energy. You got a lot of heavy Leo, heavy fire. We got all the zodiac signs out here. Doesn't matter in the slightest. But there is a change that happens here. There's a moment that happens between this feminine and this masculine. Whichever one is this true counterpart to this Emperor energy, where things really come to light and it starts a conversation. People see things differently for the first time from an outside perspective. They see what they need to see. You two may have met each other at work. King of Wands again. This King of Wands makes a decision to make a change. And I every once in a while, you guys do surprise me. There's a brand new beginning here for this masculine, but it is going to take like extra work to get themselves out of this now. This may be someone who reconciled with someone when they knew they shouldn't have, when they knew they should have moved forward. They decided not to because it seemed simpler, it seemed easier, it seemed smarter, it seemed more logical. Here's the thing, no one in this dynamic has actually changed. No one has. The same issues are going to be coming up. Nothing's different. And I have someone that delayed a decision and now they're kind of stuck. And this divine feminine energy with that Empress and that all these queens out here, right? They don't care. They don't. There's like a very, it's not a calloused energy. It's just like this energy of acceptance of, oh, well, if that's the way you want your life to be, then go ahead and do that. There's like a very, I don't know, I don't feel like any emotions from this feminine energy at all. They just seem pretty stoic. They're very strong. They've been through a lot of things. They've seen a lot of people, a lot of suitors, a lot of like romantic interests, and they don't care. Wow, it does sound kind of callous, but I don't think that's where it's coming from. And it's not such a jaded energy. It's more of like acceptance. I gather that this feminine energy here has been through some things that have caused them to not want things that don't belong to them. And if this masculine energy chooses to be with someone else, I think this feminine is happy for them to go and be committed elsewhere. I think that sounds healthy. Yeah, there's the Nine of Pentacles. That feminine is very independent and they don't really ever look back once they've seen what they need to see. And once they acknowledge things for what they are, they don't ever look back. So it's kind of like, don't let the door hit you on the way out kind of vibe. Maybe they are a little bit more mad than I thought. But I don't know. I think there may be something to do with the things that were said about this feminine that has caused them to kind of disconnect ultimately. I don't know, guys. I see all this union energy, but it's like way deep down buried under all this other three-dimensional business. It's like these two know who each other are to one another. It's like they recognize it. There's definitely like a soul recognition here. And it's kind of a no-brainer, but there's too much drama on here. Yeah, drama. There's a lot of attraction, but you know, at the end of the day, meh. Yeah, see, this feminine says you made your choice to this masculine. But they still identify in their heart that this person is part of them. And that's just it. Maybe that's why they're so relaxed about the whole thing. or so stoic about the whole thing, I should say. There seems to be a lot of self-confidence from this feminine energy because they don't seem to care. You're a dog. And there seems to be like a loss of hope here. Guys, this is kind of a downer, guys. If this is your story, I'm kind of bummed out for you. Yeah, a little bit. Because I feel like I'm reading for somebody who feels like they're wishing that they'd made different choices. And now they feel like they are kind of on their own here. And they have to kind of live with these choices. And I don't know, I'd rather you be happy in your choices as opposed to like feeling like you have to live with something. I would want you to want to live with something or someone, but that's just kind of not where we're at here. And that's okay. I mean, everybody goes through times like this, right? And that's all right. But it just feels like that's kind of where these two, this couple particularly, are. Now, I can tell you, it does look like it heads towards union, and it does look like it heads towards I don't know what, because I have all these commitment energies over here. I've got this Hierophant over here, but it's kind of marred by, and like I said, I got all this union energy here in the middle, but it's kind of hinging on someone making some kind of a change here. And whoever this person is that was meant to make this change, they chose not to. And it was a choice. And it's kind of spiraled out of control for someone here. This feminine says, well, I'm not going to be part of that circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus, right? And this Emperor energy seems to be the one who's having to suck it up and deal with these things. Alrighty. It looks like somebody does work to get themselves out of a situation, or to at least apologize. But I can't really tell if this masculine chooses to commit to the same life that they were already in, or whether they choose to commit to themselves in this new energy over here. It really hinges on this Scorpio season, because there's some kind of a breakup, some kind of an ending here, where somebody says, I don't want it anymore. But I don't know which person this masculine ends up going towards, because I don't think that the ultimate decision has been made here. I think that's why it's inconclusive, because if it was conclusive, we would know. I can tell you this feminine energy is like unconditionally loving, and there's kind of an acceptance that, you know, they're going to love people no matter what. Very kind. But there is kind of a washing of hands on this situation. No drama. Not my circus, not my monkeys, right? All right, that was your reading for today. Sorry it's so inconclusive, but whoever I'm reading for here hasn't made a decision. So I don't know what to tell you. I just read the energies, and the energies say this person has not made a concrete decision. So there it is. Alrighty, I will catch up with you guys soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Mwah, to you all.